Now there are plenty of videos on the internet teaching you fills and licks that are hot and really showboaty, but unfortunately if you're in a band situation, most likely the members are going to turn around at you and go, "What is your problem?" So in this video, I'm going to show you 5 drum fills that work in any style, in any situation, and won't get you fired. What is going on, everybody? Nick Costa here, and in this video I'm going to show you just 5 drum fills that you can use in any situation and won't get you fired.
This video was made to supplement the article of the same subject at Drum Factory Direct, the world's largest retail drum parts supplier.
It's like a candy store, but for drummers!
Of course, as drummers, we love to have those flashy fills, playing 6-stroke rolls and paradiddle diddles and incorporating rudiments or whatever the hot lick is of the moment. But unfortunately, our main goal is to make sure that we are grooving and getting people to dance. So although it's pretty cool to play that stuff, most of the time all it's going to do is impress other drummers, and there's not too many of them in your audiences. So as you're playing, you want to just make sure that you are playing drum fills that keep the momentum moving forward and keep people moving and dancing. Now this first fill I am titling the Gap Band fill, because if you put on any Gap Band hit except for You've Dropped a Bomb on Me, most likely you're hearing this fill, which consists of playing flams on downbeats and the kick drum on upbeats. Also known as disco flams because it became pretty popular in the disco era. This is also what Dave Grohl is playing in Smells Like Teen Spirit. So for this exercise, what you're going to do is you're going to play a groove for 3 measures. On the 4th measure, you're going to play this fill. The first time through, you're going to play those flams on the snare drum with the kick drum on the upbeats. The next variation, you're going to alternate between playing the flams on the snare drum and on the toms. Now the 3rd variation for this, you're going to put one hand on the floor tom, one hand on the snare drum. Now the very last variation, what you're doing is you're going to play the first flam on the floor tom, and the second flam on the rack tom. First time through, play this fill on just beats 3 and 4. The second time through, play it for the entire 4th measure. Now I know that's a lot to be thrown at you, so don't sweat. Notation's going to actually be at the bottom through this exercise. So let's give it a shot. Play along with me.
1, 2.
All right, moving on to fill number 2, also known as Pat Boone, Debbie Boone. Why? Because it's exactly what it sounds like when you play it on a drum set. This is also the rhythm that's been embedded in you since you've been in elementary school, because every principal does this when they try to get your attention when the entire school's in an auditorium. Now, when you take this pattern of 2 eighth notes followed by 2 16th notes and another eighth note, and you play it around the drum kit, the most common way is to play snare drum, rack tom, snare, rack, floor. When you do that, it sounds like Pat Boone, Debbie Boone. Now, just like the Gap Band fill, you can mix and match how you play these patterns around the kit. You can even start to incorporate flams if you want to. Additionally, rather than playing everything with your hands, think about ways that you can play the bass drum as well. Once again, don't sweat. There's going to be music down below for you to read and play along. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Play along with me.
1, 2.
Okay, so fill number 3 is actually a variation of the Pat Boone, Debbie Boone fill, but you are cutting off that first eighth note. This now makes it the Pat Debbie Boone fill. Now, just like that second fill, this third fill, you can do the same thing. You can play it around the kit with just your hands, or you can mix it up between your hands and your feet. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Play along with me.
1, 2, 3.
All right, so for the fourth fill, it's the bucket of fish, also known as a 4-stroke rough. Now this fill most commonly is played as a 1-beat fill. You can make it a 2-beat fill, or you could be like John Bonham and play it for like 80 measures. The most common way of playing this fill is a snare drum, rack tom, floor tom, and then kick drum. Now to make this actually sound a bit different than just 4 notes, you are playing the first 3 in a 16th note triplet subdivision, and that very last note is an 8th note. So in 4/4 time, 2, 3, 4, you have 1 triplet end, 2 triplet end, 3 triplet end, 4 triplet end. Bucket of fish, bucket of fish, bucket of fish, bucket of fish. Pretty goofy, right? Yeah, I think so too. But if it helps you remember it, cool. Now for this exercise, you are going to play each variation just on beat 4 the first time through, and then the second time through, you're gonna play it on beats 3 and 4. Let's give it a shot. Play along with me.
1, 2, 3.
All right, so the very last fill, also known as the Motown fill, because this is the fill that you heard on almost every Motown hit record. So with this Motown fill, it's actually really cool because you can play this as either 16th notes for beat 3 and 8th notes for beat 4, or you can actually incorporate a 6-stroke roll for the 16th notes on beat 3, and then you have your 2 8th notes for beat 4. So to get started, you're actually going to focus on playing 16th notes for beat 3 and the 2 8th notes for beat 4. One way that you can play this is just by alternating your hands. 3 E N A 4 N. What makes this interesting, however, is the accent pattern. So you are accenting beat 3, the of beat 3, or the first and the 4th 16th note, followed by the 2 8th notes on beat 4 and the end of beat 4. You can also play a sticking pattern of right, left, left, right, left, right, or if you are left-handed on a left-handed kit, left, right, right, left, right, left. Now, just like all of the other fills, you can play this with just your hands, or you can start to incorporate the kick drum. Now, once you get that down with a few different variations, think about substituting the 16th notes with a 6-stroke roll. You're already accenting the first and the last 16th note, so all you have to do is play doubles for the E and the end. So for this exercise, what we're actually going to do is start out by playing just the 16th note, 8th note pattern, alternating the hands, or playing that sticking pattern that I described earlier. Once we get through 4 variations, we are then going to do it all over again, but incorporating the 6-stroke roll on beat 3. Once again, music's going to be below, so you can check it out and play along. Let's give it a shot.
1, 2.
And there you have it, just 5 fills that you can play in any situation that won't get you fired. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to help out in any way that I can. Now, if you liked this video and you got some information from it, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. That way it makes it a little bit easier for others to find it. And that is it. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Hopefully you've gotten something from it. And until next time, see you later.